Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Apa khabar semua? Selamat malam dan juga bersama dengan saya pada malam ini. Terima kasih kerana anda bersama dengan saya pada malam ini untuk kita berada di ruangan Abitalk dan juga di mana saja anda berada. Selamat malam, dan pada malam ini kita akan bersama-sama sekali lagi dalam Abitalk untuk kita bersama-sama dengan tetamu undangan untuk membicarakan topik-topik yang akan dibincangkan pada setiap Abitalk. Dan ruangan ini adalah ruangan di ABI Al-Hati Basyariah Islamic Singapore yang mana menawarkan perkhidmatan Islam. Jadi sebelum saya lanjutkan, saya minta jangan anda untuk kongsikan ruangan ini kepada lain, sebab saya ni berkulit gelap dan sebelah saya berkulit cerah. Malam ini saya akan bersama-sama untuk kita sembang santai. Saya rasa saya cakap Mr. Luka understand what I'm trying to say, but he try to listen first. Cewa. Okay, so harap anda yang tengok ni selamat malam dan juga dapat anda kongsikan ruangan ini kepada yang lain. Saya nak share juga kepada ruangan yang lain, jadi banyak lagi orang boleh bersama-sama dengan saya, insya-Allah. Alright. Memang jarang-jarang kita nampak orang dan juga apa sebenarnya yang nak diceritakan. Itu dia yang interesting. Interesting saya sebut untuk dikongsikan pada malam ini. Jadi anda tolong saya kita kongsikan kepada ini sebab kita nak tahu ini topik pada malam ni. Kalau saya boleh kongsikan on the screen now adalah topik berkenaan dengan journey to Islam. Macam TV dia punya tajuk dia macam faham lah kita. Tapi yang betul kita nak kongsikan perkara yang benar-benar perjalanan the journey to Islam from our guest pada malam ini, Mr. Luka. Jadi sebelum saya wawarkan, saya nak anda terus kongsikan juga. Saya pun nak kongsikan juga di bahagian yang lain. Tidak banyak manfaat yang akan diperolehi bagi mereka yang bersama kita pada malam ini. Boleh tanya soalan berkenaan dengan topik, dan pada malam ini kita nak tahu bagaimana seorang hamba Allah ni dia mendapat keindahan, kecantikan agama Islam, lalu dia berpindah agama daripada agama yang asal. Jadi itu kita nak tahu. Jadi kita ni pula agama Islam daripada zaman ibu ayah kita, daripada zaman datuk nenek moyang kita dan sebagainya, danlah sampai kita pada hari ini. Kita nak tengok bagaimana perkembangan orang-orang lain. Jadi saya nak bersama-sama lah anda semua kalau boleh share dan juga kongsikan juga. Saya nampak sini ada few yang bersama dengan kita pada malam ini. Abang Nur Nizam, apa khabar? Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Tetamu undangan juga buat semua. Okay, giving us the salam. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum everyone. Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
How are you?
Okay.
Alhamdulillah. So meanwhile, sementara tu kita nak minta jasa anda juga terus kita kongsikan, hopefully kita dapat bersama dan juga kita dapat ramai lagi orang yang bersama kita pada malam ini. Puan Latifah, apa khabar? Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ustaz dan juga tetamu undangan. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Baik, dan juga seperti mana saya katakan, hari ini adalah hari Jumaat 19 Januari 2024 bersama dengan 7 Rejab 1445 Hijrah. Dan malam ini kita akan bersama dengan tetamu undangan Mr. Luka. Mr. Luka Varga.
Correct.
I put there pencipta kandungan media sosial tu. Meaning you are content creator.
Correct.
But I make it in Malay, translate in Malay lah. So make it standardized. Because it's tetamu undangan guest today. Your name Luka Varga, pencipta kandungan media sosial.
Media sosial, I can understand. So
okay. So before that, pencipta kandungan. So content creator lah.
Okay.
Make it precisely. Okay. So alhamdulillah. I think I want to get I forget to download some photos from your country.
Okay.
Later on, while you sharing yourself, I try to search about your country lah.
Okay.
Then after that, the journey. Okay. So yes. Alright, sebelum tu juga mungkin saya dapat berikan thumbs up sikit. I want to know, saya perlu tahu adakah anda dengar suara saya dan juga Encik Luka kita supaya kita boleh teruskan acara ni. Kalau tak ada, saya takut ada glitch ke ataupun ada certain perkara yang anda tak dapat dengar. So berikan thumbs up kalau anda dengar. Puan Latifah kalau dengar, Abang Nizam, give a thumbs up sikit before kita start. Okay, alhamdulillah. Terima kasih Abang Azrin. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And Brother Luka, dengar Ustaz, meaning you can listen to our ears. Listen to our ears pula. Listen to our voice. Okay, terima kasih Abang Nizam. Terima kasih Abang Zaid. Terima kasih juga Crystal Clear, Paula Tifa. Thank you very much. Okay, baik. Kita nak start sikit dengan introduction about yourself. Mr. Luka. Alhamdulillah. Before you try to, maybe you can introduce yourself about your profession, your background, little bit before we go to deeper about our topic tonight.
Sure.
Okay, silakan.
So I grew up in a small town, maybe 2,000 population only
Is it which country?
in Croatia.
Croatia.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I grew up there. My childhood interest was always like I was interested in electronics, electronic devices, computers, right? So when I decided which school I will go, I decided naturally, okay, this is my goal. I will go to the technical school regarding learning about the computers. And also I moved to a little bit bigger city at that point of time. And after school, after I finished my studies, it's process engineering, which, to be honest, by today, I also don't know what it is. That's how much I was interested in. And after school, I went straight to work. So at least a little bit to be connected with the computers and my studies.
Okay.
I was my first job was in a computer parts store. So I was like disassembling computers, selling computers.
That was when? Which year was that?
Oh, that was 2000, 2006, around 2000. Yeah. And I liked the job in the beginning.
Okay.
Later on, I really didn't like to work in this kind of profession anymore.
Okay.
So I looked for something else because I was basically in the store, stationed in one place. But my heart was always wanting to travel, to go around, meet people, right? And after that, I changed the profession to be like a sales representative. I was a regional representative for a big Croatian company, which was representing brands like Johnson & Johnson, Nescafe at that time.
Wow.
So I had a whole region of Croatia, the coastal part, where I had big clients like shopping malls. I went to shopping malls taking orders, and I enjoyed this job. After a while, actually I tried many jobs, right? And after a while, I found a job in a smaller company working with toys, but actually the same thing. I was going around, right, taking care of the marketing and positioning of my products.
Okay.
And eventually I got bored with that as well. And then I decided, okay,
To find another job.
I will try to go for real estate broker. Right?
Okay.
And I was there for a while, and it was quite successful. But then this period came of the world's economic breakdown, the crisis, and the sales was quite low. So I was forced basically to move from there.
Okay.
By that time, I already lived in a bigger city in Croatia. So actually, I moved 3 times at that point of time. And I liked the place there, but I didn't see that my future is in Croatia just because of the situation in the country. And I felt that I belong somewhere else, to be honest.
Okay.
So I decided to take like a leap of faith, how to say, and change entirely from the sales, marketing. Even though I liked it, I changed to hospitality job. So my way of changing to hospitality was, okay, I will combine my love for traveling with the new skills that I want to learn, right? So I found the job. I got the job on board the cruise ship. And that was quite a shocking experience in the beginning because long working hours, no day off, right? So I was spending 6 months on board cruise ships. 6 months, no day off. You work like 10 hours a day, 70 hours a week. That's the minimum you can work. You basically work more than that. But it was a good experience because, first of all, I sharpened my English skills
Okay.
because I was in USA.
Mm.
Then a lot of behavioral skills, like in communicational skills, I learned there, because when you go and you work in hospitality on board, they will do everything to train you and to basically hone your skills so you can interact with the guest and provide the service which the company actually requires from you.
Okay.
Yes. So slowly, I worked my way up from the lowest position in the hospitality all the way up to the hotel management. But even there, my soul was restless. I was always like, okay, I don't like this company. I changed. So usually, okay, the cruise ship workers stay in one company for like 15, 20 years. They work. Yeah. So in my total 7 years on board, I changed 5 companies. So, I never find myself happy. But yeah, I guess that was the way it's supposed to be. And when I changed, when I got the promotion for the hotel management, I worked with high profile clients, and I really enjoyed this work, because I was traveling from the USA, South America, through Europe, then all the way to Japan. So I've been in basically all the continents of the world, and I experienced working with a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people, and I learned a little bit of all the languages. I think I can recognize almost all the major languages in the world. I can already hear and even say some words, so that I don't know anything. So it really helped me to become the person who I am today, because also it trained me to be empathetic to people, to feel and how we call it in the hospitality, we need to like predict what the guests want already. So they really train you in this, like anticipating the needs of the people. So actually it serves me now, even when I'm not in hospitality anymore. It really serves me well, because this is very important life skill. If you ask me, this is one of the most important life skills, is the anticipation. So you can basically understand people better and cater to the needs of others. Yeah.
So when talking about your journey and from Croatia, if I want to share to the audience
Yes.
about Croatia and Singapore is very far.
Yes.
And long story short, how that you decided and how come you are able to be here in Singapore?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to go that slowly go into the topic.
Yes.
But before that, how are you able? Because we're talking about profession.
Yes.
We see in the topic of profession, we see the segment of
Yes.
profession that, or whatever that you share just now, your profession, your experience of work.
Yes.
Because I believe when you travel, you are become more wiser.
Yes.
And so
Yes, that's right.
you can adaptive with different kind of region or country.
Yes.
You just mentioned about Japan and so on. Like me, unfortunately, I never went to Japan before, but one day, I don't know. But yeah, because of the a lot of country that you already went through, so you have more experience. But end up you are in here in Singapore, the tiny little dot.
Yes.
So about Singapore, how that maybe there are few jobs or few work that you already been handled or
Yes.
work before. What kind of this? I mean, this is not the end of your journey of life and so on. But yeah, if you can share a little bit. Now you're here already.
Well, yes. First of all, I never imagined I'm gonna end up in Singapore. Okay. My life goal was I will work on board for maybe 15, 20 years, and I will save enough money and settle in Croatia. Buy a house on the coast. Croatia is a very popular tourist destination. Maybe you will check later. We have a long coast, very popular cities to visit, and
Share here. What to share this on the screen?
This is Dubrovnik. It's a very popular place.
I like very nice the place.
I never been there.
Bosnia.
Never been there.
Yeah. Nice. Please.
Yeah.
Mostly like Bosnia.
Yeah, similar to Bosnia, but Bosnia and Croatia are. If you go to Bosnia and Croatia, you won't see much differences, except in Bosnia, you'll see a lot of mosques. In Croatia, you will not see mosques.
Understand.
Yeah. So that was my goal actually. I wanted to settle in Croatia, but yeah, I ended up in Singapore. And I think it was the best decision of my life, to be honest. Yeah, how did it happen is there was one cruise company that was actually just starting. So they had a brand new ship, a brand new name in the market, and they needed the European crew for some certain jobs on board.
Okay.
But the company will be stationed in China, in Asia, and it will be catering only to the Asian market. And I saw it as a good opportunity to explore more, because until then I was mostly in USA only. And I said, okay, let's try. This is a good chance for me to see something else, see the Asia. I was really curious about Asia. I always wanted to go and visit. So this ship was made in Germany, and it was an exciting journey because we went to Germany to the shipyard. We boarded the ship, and then we stayed a bit there, learned about the ship. Then when they finished the final touch-ups of the ship, we were sailing from Germany to Hong Kong first. And it was a great journey. We went around from the North Germany, around Spain. We stopped in the Gibraltar, the border between Morocco and Spain. Is only the small passage where the ships are passing by. Yeah, it's a very nice place. It's a very nice place. It's quite picturesque. And from there, we sailed through the Mediterranean Sea, stopped in Egypt. But at that time, Egypt was quite dangerous. And when we stopped in Egypt, they didn't let us go out from the ship because it was too dangerous. Yeah, I don't know what was the reason at that time. Then from Egypt, we went to the Suez Canal, then we had the armed guards on board because of the pirates around. So during the nighttime, we had to have the lights on the ship off. Nobody could go out on the deck during the nighttime. And then we heard even that one of the nights we were going, because through the Suez Canal, you need to go in convoy. So if the ship comes first, you need to wait for a few more ships behind. And then it's the escort in front and the back. And the ships are having the armed guard, right? So after that, that was my first introduction to Singapore. When we passed the Suez Canal, we stopped in Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai was a very crazy experience. From Mumbai, we went to Sri Lanka. From Sri Lanka to Singapore, and then I came to Singapore. First time I remember, I saw the CBD. Now I didn't know. Cool, wow! This is like I'm coming in some city in USA. I'm in Asia. This is like a quite good experience. But at that time, I didn't go down from the ship. I just stayed on board because it was new ship, new cruise. It was very busy, right? Mm-hmm. And then we proceeded. We went to some stops in Vietnam. After Vietnam, to Hong Kong, and then I was actually in Hong Kong for the first part of my journey with that company. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just saw Singapore one time. Then after I finished this contract, I went home. And I was transferred to the same company, but river ships in Europe. I spent there 7 months on the river ships. River ships are the small ships with only like 100 guests. Yeah. So after that, the manager called me again from this company and say, okay, you just come back. Now it's already the time for you to come back. But now the ship is in Singapore.
Okay.
Yes. So that was the time when actually was my first time to really land in Singapore, and that's the time. After that, I stayed 2 years working on that company, all the way maybe pre-COVID time. I worked for them, and that's actually how I met my future wife here. For 2 years I was in Singapore, and I like the city, I like the culture, and the only thing I didn't like is the weather. weather was unbearable. Croatia, even if during the summertime, it's hot, right? But the humidity is not so high.
Yeah.
But in Singapore, I always felt like, okay, I'm going out, but as soon as I step outside, okay, I'm drenched already. I mean, no, I just came out. Come on.
Understand, the weather is different.
Yeah,
Croatia.
yeah. So this is how I came here and how I actually saw what the culture here, the locals, and how things work. Yeah.
So hopefully you are enjoying what you are in Singapore. Hopefully you are have your other plan in the future.
Sorry.
Hopefully you have other plan in the future. But that,
Yeah. Put
but now we are going through. Now I already understand about your journey of your work and so on.
Yes.
So now you already landed in Singapore.
Yes.
Hopefully in the future everything goes well to you.
Both feet on the ground.
Now we're talking about the journey toward the topic today. I mean tonight. So we're talking about the journey to Islam because now we go to perspective of belief. As you are before your, I mean, talking about religion. As I'm a Muslim, you also now as a Muslim.
Yes.
Previously, can I say that you are believing in other religion, Christianity?
Yes.
Can you now? I think for those yang bagi mereka yang melihat kita ni sekarang kita nak memasuki dalam bahagian bagaimana Luka dapat memahami dan juga mengalihkan memindah agama lah ataupun boleh katakan tertarik dengan agama Islam. But first of all, maybe you can share a bit how the tiga part that you try to explore more about the beauty of Islam.
Okay.
And previously you are.
I was Christian before. Yeah, I was Christian Catholic before. Yeah.
Maybe you can share about it.
Okay. Before I start talking how actually I came to Islam, I need to mention how I was even interested and why I was interested in Islam.
Yeah.
But I need to mention that before Islam, Islam was the last religion I ever thought I'm gonna believe in. And before, since my young age, I always had some questions about like why am I here in this world? Why am I born? What's gonna happen when I die? Who is behind the curtain? At some point I believe that I was actually scared of this unknown. I was scared because it's funny to say now, but at that point of time it wasn't funny to me. I thought we are in some what if we are in some video game? Or you understand, what if we are in some nonsense game and then when we die, who knows what's going to happen with us? It's just a young man's thoughts, who likes video games. That's the relationship. So these are my questions, and I always prefer the movies that spark my imagination, like sci-fi movies or paranormal, ghost stories, because I deeply believe that there's something behind the scene which we don't see and we are not aware of it. But I didn't know what, so I was looking for the answers basically. And before Islam, I did tap into other religions. I didn't plan in converting. Okay, so it's not because of the converting. It's just that maybe I will find answers to my question there.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the reason why I was doing it, and I was never really satisfied. Even there, I wasn't satisfied because it was always I didn't feel it's logical. Okay, from my perspective, I didn't feel okay. I always said okay, if this is the answer, then why is it have to be like that and cannot be the other way? Because there was always something in between that I say, okay, no, this cannot be the answer, right? I will just, I'll mention a little bit about Christianity later, what was the clashing thoughts about that. But before converting, maybe 2 years back, I was really into deep meditations, some self Yeah, soul searching, self-hypnosis
peace.
technique. Yeah, I was doing self-hypnosis,
Okay.
trying to talk to my inner self, this kind of things.
Mm.
And maybe find the answers there. But still, then I realized, no, this is all like just in my head. This is not the real actually explanation, right? And at some point of time, I was into some religious practices from different religions, which in the beginning, when I started practicing it, I felt, okay, maybe this is good. Maybe I feel better. It gives me some motivation. But then after a while, I started having restless nights.
Nightmare.
And nightmare. Yes, I had terrible. Okay, I had a dream where I had like demonic dream. It was so stressful. Okay, I remember it today. It was a few years back. Usually people don't remember dreams, right? I remember this dream. I saw some creatures in the dream, like huge creatures. Cannot imagine the size, like huge, who were like basically from like the worst horror movies you can ever see, chasing me and throwing some bottles of some liquid at me. But I was successful in dodging, and I did run away. And after that, I realized, okay, whatever I'm doing is wrong. Okay, it's totally wrong.
You're feeling that way?
Yes.
100% time.
Yes. And I immediately after that, I woke up and I said, okay, whatever I had in my laptop, delete right away.
You feel uneasy, you feel uncomfortable?
Yes, I felt very uncomfortable, and I suspected, because a few nights back I had like a restless night. I couldn't sleep, or I wake up like I didn't sleep at all.
Because of that searching of
because I was practicing I did some practices, like which maybe people think that it's good, but everybody has their own way of experience and understanding. For me, it was very bad. Okay, so I immediately decided I will stop with all these things, and I will just stick to the whatever I'm doing now. But I didn't do anything, because me as a Christian, okay, I'm born and raised in the Christian family, and when I was young, I did go to church all the time. But because my grandmother was always like waking me up, spilling the cold water in the morning for me, like, look, I go to church.
Okay.
But even though all these things I didn't like, but I did go, and I learned a lot about Christianity as a religion, which helped me better to understand Islam later.
Okay.
That's the thing, right? So these were my beliefs before, and then when I started knowing Islam more, basically that was the turning point, right? When I heard about Islam, that was the point when I realized, okay, maybe this is the path which I should go, right?
Of all the other religion that you explore, you do your own research, but you feel comfortable, or you feel okay, you feel at peace when you learn more about Islam. Is it that way?
Yes, I felt that this is it. I felt that this is the way I should go. Because why? Because Islam and Christianity. So I said, I mean, converts are coming from all converts to Islam are coming from different religions, right? But what I'm saying is, those who are coming from Christianity will have easier transition, because it's quite similar.
Okay, then I need to have more understanding, further understanding. When you say similar, in what part that are similar between Christian and Islam?
Okay.
From your experience,
Okay. Similarity for me is, first of all, okay, Islam has Prophet Isa. In Christianity is Jesus, Prophet Jesus, right? Then they have Prophet Abraham in Christianity. In Islam is Ibrahim. So as a kid, I was reading a lot the Old and New Testament.
Understand? You also like to read all of that.
Yes. So by reading all this and knowing all this Old and New Testament stories, in Islam, I reading basically the same thing. So that's when I realized, okay, then means that this is not far from truth. But what I thought before is Christian is new religion, Islam is old one. I didn't know that Islam came later, and that's at one point I said to a friend, no, what? Because my wife that time was my friend. I told her, what, you are Muslim, I'm Christian, but it's the same thing. I said, I remember this conversation. I said, what, Christianity is just tweaked Islam, because Islam was first, Christianity came later, so it's like upgraded religion, you know. Then she told me, no, like Islam came way later. I was like, really? That's so interesting.
But the good thing about this situation that you explore yourself first.
Yes.
Then you try to compare, then try to find the other counterpart to justify your
Yes.
finding and hers.
Yes.
For example, your
Yes.
wife now.
Yeah.
But the good thing kata Tuan Puan, kalau sedang melihat ni, kita mendengar apa dikongsikan oleh Luka. Yang mana saya rasa perjalanan dia adalah mencari kebenaran. So kalau macam kita side track sikit, kita nak tengok macam mana kita nak faham. Dia banyak membaca, dia banyak mengkaji, dia banyak buat perbandingan. And apa yang saya catch tadi adalah satu similarity. Yang saya mention about similarity about
Yes.
Islam and that's an easy transition.
I mean, not that
so
easy.
easy.
Yeah.
But there's a similarity there.
Yes, because of the similarity, I got attracted to it. Okay. And basically, how I actually converted is I saw. Okay, I was learning at that point of time when I met my wife. We were just like colleagues. I was coming to Singapore with ship. She worked on the shore side, and slowly I was looking at the practices that she's doing, and I was interested, like why you pray so many times a day. You know, this was very unknown to me, because I used to pray only on Sunday when I go to church, right? So they say, why you do it 5 times a day?
So that time you are out. You know what I mean? Your working environment is different.
Yes.
They never experience someone doing a practicing.
Yes, I
Muslim,
never saw practicing Muslim actually, and I had absolutely no knowledge about the religion. I had knowledge about all other religions except for Islam, and I never had any interest in learning about it. So you see the paradox.
Why the Islam is the last part of the?
I don't know. I guess this was a natural way to to reach the goal, right? Because that point is that I learned about everything. Then the last one was actually the truth for me. So slowly I was asking her questions, right? Why you do this? Why you do that? I asked her funny questions like why God created pig if we cannot eat? You understand? Like, why is this animal here? why it must be there? And then what we do with this animal? It's absolutely useless animal, right? Except for us to eat.
Yeah.
And the questions about alcohol and stuff. So I was very curious, all right? But the key point is when, okay, she was giving me answers the best way she could, right? But then it was me, because I was on board, apart from my work, there's like very low internet connection and limited. So I did my own research in my free time, because I'm just working. After work, I go back to my room. I'm not doing anything after that. So I was reading and Googling all sorts of things. And then I came to Quran actually, and Hadith, and Islam Ka, or all these pages online where the people are asking questions. And I started researching, and then suddenly, like, I don't know how to explain, but I found all my answers, like I Google like what Islam is saying about when you die. Then I see like, oh, when you die comes this, then 2 angels come to you. And I was like, whoa, what is this? I was like, started like shivering feeling, I was like, this is the answer on my questions that I'm searching for the past 20 years. I'm just looking at these answers here. And I never in my life, not even for a second, thought that I'm gonna find my questions in Islam. Because to be honest, as a Western person, right, for a person coming from West, how we see Islam there
No good.
is not good, right? First of all, we will relate it to the terrorism. Second of all, we will relate it to the black magic. So for us, Muslim is like person who is like doing black magic, terrorist, has ill thoughts. So
There's a stereotype of
yes,
looking at the Muslim
yes,
or in Islam.
there's very bad stereotype. But then, since I was reading and I found all my answers and I saw the manners of the Muslim, like the truth, how real Muslim practices are, then my heart just had like a switch. I had a change of heart at that point of time, and then I said, okay, if anything I'm gonna do, I'm gonna convert to this religion, because I think this is my call. I felt my heart. I felt I have this calling, and after that I was just researching more and more. I didn't even ask her questions so much. Later on, I was just like obsessed with the research of this.
Sorry, I just interrupt you. I'm amazed that there's no one around you.
No.
And by your own, try to explore and research by your own.
Yes.
And there's no one to talk about except your wife now.
Yeah.
I mean, but the turning point when you convert, now we're going to the convert part, that you managed to be a Muslim during the month of Ramadan. You mentioned that.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Then after all that, I think everyone also listening to us when you're sharing. So for us as a Muslim, since born, since young, it's different from you. You explore and try to find the truth in the religion, in the Quran, in the Hadith. Whereby us, we need to learn from the scholars, to learn from the ustad.
Yes.
Then we get more better. Or depends on the family how we bring up. And Alhamdulillah, now I mean everyone are aware about how to be a better Muslim. But listening from you and how you drive yourself, you resilient, try to search on the truth of Islam. Then you start to further by converting yourself to Islam. That's not because of the one, maybe not totally solely because of a woman, but because you want to find the truth. Like you mentioned just now, for the 20 years that all the questions been answered on that particular time when you're doing the research, right?
Yes.
But I want to know how you convert, how you embrace Islam.
Okay.
On that part you mentioned, you share with me on that part. Yeah.
So this was the part when I was at home in Croatia. I went for vacation.
Yeah. Okay.
So 2 months at home, right? But these 2 months at home, I'm restless. I'm just reading about religion every day. Every day I need to, what is this? Then I say a question. I say question in Islam, right? What Islam says about this question, right?
Okay.
and I just had this feeling in my heart that I knew that Ramadan is coming. I knew that there's a whole month. I read about the Ramadan,
Okay. You ready?
the virtues and all. And I just had a strong feeling I need to do it. And then I knew the fasting is coming, and I really had like somebody is whispering in my ear every day, start fasting. You need to experience this, So a few days before I went on board, maybe 1 week before I went to serve the new contract on the ship, I was at home and I had some family situation, not very nice, right? So I was upset. And then that was before that argue, I said, okay, this is the time. I was like shaking, I want to convert, what to do. I said, how to convert online. I Google how to convert online. Yeah.
Wow,
and then I got some chat from some page, I don't know where. I just clicked the link, and then some chat popped out, and then the agent on the other side said, yes, how can I help you? I said, I want to convert. Okay, that's okay. Yes, mashallah, we can do it here on the chat, but before, I just want to know, how did you heard about Islam? And then I said, from a friend. And that point of time, the connection broke. I was like, wow, I just learned how to say Shahada. I learned how to say Shahada myself, and I was ready to type it in, but connection broke. Now, what to do? I just say Shahada myself, like, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. And then like this, waiting. But it didn't work. I said, well, maybe I'm Muslim now because I said it, So then after that, I had this situation at home, and I was so upset, I said, I need to leave the house. I sat in my car, and I was just driving pointlessly. And at some point of time, thinking, should I do it or not? I go to the mosque. That was the first day of Ramadan, but before Maghrib, right? So I came to the mosque, and I was
That was before iftar, before the breakfast. Before Maghrib?
No, before Ramadan starts. So after Maghrib, Ramadan starts. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So by the time I came to the mosque, already Maghrib passed away. So it was already Ramadan officially, right?
Okay.
But I came in front of the mosque. I remember my heart was beating like 200 RPM. So I was like, I stood in front of the mosque like this. Ooh. And in the mosque, there was nobody, right? The mosque is just population Croatia, only 5%.
Okay.
And I'm entering the brand new mosque, very stylish one. I'm entering in the mosque, and there was only like the mosque, the guy at the gate, like mosque, custodian there. And I told him, I came to the counter, I said like this. Hello, I said hello. He said Assalamu alaikum. I said hello. I don't know what to say.
He's also Croatian?
Yes, in Croatia.
He's also Croatian?
Yeah, Croatia is...
No, I thought he's like an Indian Muslim.
No, in Croatia there's no such thing. In Croatia is all Muslim is Croatian
there's
or
no
Bosnian.
Indian or Bangladeshi
No,
Malay or
no.
Indonesian. Oh, cool.
No.
One day also want to go Croatia. Huh?
Yeah. Next time we go together.
Okay, so okay, now on the comment there.
So I come to the country, hello, Assalamu alaikum. I don't know, of course, I don't know what to say, right? I don't know the reply. Said, I came here, I actually don't know anything, what to do, but I want to convert to Islam. So can you explain what I need to do? And then he said, oh, you came at the right time. There in the prayer area, he said, there is one same like you came 5 years ago. And he came same like you, and he converted. So I think he's the best person you need to go and talk to. So I came to the prayer area. It's quite big, but it was only me and him, and some old man sitting in the corner. 3 of us in the mosque. And I said, hello, I don't know what to say. I said this man in front sent me to you. I want to convert you.
You also pointed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Moment,
and then he like this. This was like the size of the bench where we sat. So he sat like this beside me.
Okay.
Said, okay, I just want to explain. But he's younger than me. He was like 10 plus years younger than me. He converted when he was minor, 16 years old. We are still in contact. He said, so you're sure you want to convert? He said, he said, you know what that means? He said, no more Jesus, Son of God, this thing. You must.
You want to make you firm, confident.
Yes,
100%.
He said, you must be very confident about what you want to do. I said, don't worry. I said, don't worry about that. I did my research. I'm 100% positive that I want to do it. And then said, okay, you repeat after me. Then that was the moment. And then, he said Shahada. I repeat Shahada, and then he hugged me, and the feeling was like so overwhelming, that I was like shaking like never before, And then I said like this, like okay, now we are sitting, I said, what now? I'm thinking, I didn't say anything. I'm just like sitting like this. What now? I tell him, okay, thank you so much. I'm going. I need to go. And then I said, okay, thanks, bye-bye. And then he said, there's no bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum. No more bye-bye. I said, now you say Assalamu alaikum. Yeah.
So he much more younger than you. But did he share with you what the? I mean, you are still contacting, right, with him?
Yes.
but also the different situation, the journey of Islam for him, right?
Yeah, but for him, I don't know. He had a difficult journey, and his father didn't accept. His father, until he died, he never, until he passed away, he never accepted. So he had a very difficult period, especially because he was minor.
But he's still in Croatia?
Yes, yes.
You
Actually,
should bring to Singapore
he
and-
moved to Bosnia.
Wow.
He's doing Islamic studies there. So inshallah, 1 year he will be able to come. Yeah.
Hopefully one day I can go Bosnia, I can go Croatia, and I can go everywhere.
If whoever goes to Croatia must visit Bosnia as well. This is like a must do. Yes.
Balkan. That's
Yeah,
right.
Balkans
Balkan
countries.
countries. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think saya tak sikit perjalanan yang dikongsikan oleh Luka tu, I think semua orang mendengar dan juga menghayati kisah menarik ya, perjalanan Luka menjadi ataupun menganut atau memeluk agama Islam lah lebih. Tapi dia bukan dipaksa, bukan kerana cinta tu je lah, tapi it's not kerana sebab itu, tapi dia lebih mengkaji agama Islam. Dan juga dekat sana juga dia mengucapkan syahadah, dan juga saya rasa kagum dengan apa yang dia memberikan satu impact pada diri sendiri. Maksud saya dia usaha sendiri untuk mencari kebenaran. That's where saya rasa perlu kita ambil iktibar daripada apa yang dikongsikan pada hari ini lah kan. So Luka, I think one of your principle until now, even though we are in the secular state in Singapore,
Yes.
there's no any, if you do wrong, if you not solat, I will sebat you or cane you. But it's a free country.
Yes.
We also don't know. And when you are not using the songko like me,
Yes.
people don't know that you are Muslim, for
Yes.
example. But you yourself, you make sure that you ensure that you are not consuming any alcohol.
Yes.
How can you? I mean, you did share with me, right? How you don't want to associate anything with
Yes.
alcohol or
Yes.
any non-halal. This is very good for us to share with the
Yes.
viewers tonight.
Because it's very simple.
Okay.
It's very simple and straightforward. When I converted, my first goal was learn how to pray.
Okay.
Number one, I converted. I want to learn how to pray. I met along the way many Muslim converts who never learned how to pray, and I'm very sorry for that. But the one of the pillars of Islam is salat, right? So if you are Muslim and you don't know how to pray, Muslim convert, and you don't know how to pray, then I feel sorry for these people, because this is something that is really not difficult to learn. It just takes a little bit of your time. So this is, but it's very important, right? Because not praying can lead us out of the religion, right? So why I came to the religion if I don't want to pray? So by me learning how to pray, I learned how to pray within few days only. I did some strategies on how, because it was not easy to learn Arabic praying, right? But knowing that alcohol invalidates prayer, knowing that eating pork will make me unpure.
Non-halal.
Non-halal food. Yeah.
Foods, okay.
But the main is alcohol. That if I correct me if I'm wrong, it's 40 days cleansing time, which during this time my prayers, I'm still obligated to pray, but my prayers will not be accepted because of my impurity in my body. This was the enough reason for me to leave everything behind. So I miss again, because you make yourself disciplined and try
make sure that everything that avoid you from doing ibadah,
everything that will prevent me to be pure, and because the prayer, it's all about the prayer. Because if you believe that the virtues of the prayer and what the prayer brings you, and the rewards of the prayer, and the expiation of the sins during your prayer, even during doing wudu, right? If you strongly believe in all this, you will not have a need for anything else. You will not need, have a need for alcohol. You will not you have a need for drugs, because you will be contented, right? You will be satisfied with doing the prayer itself, and whatever worries, difficulties you are going through in your life, is basically when you go to sujud and you tell to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala your worries and your difficulties, you will feel this relief, because you will, I feel that I've been hurt. I don't need to say to anybody else. Okay, sometimes we need to say to the people, of course. But this is the main thing why I actually left everything, and I found my solace in the prayer. Yeah.
InsyaAllah.
Yeah.
So I think for us as a Muslim since born, daripada awal kita orang Islam ni, saya rasa listen to Luka explanation or sharing, I think we must do more to be closer to Allah Ta'ala. There's no way we know how to pray compared to Luka. You learn solat by yourself, DIY.
Yes, I used my phone like this. Okay, this was the position. Sometimes phone, sometimes the piece of paper, and I'm reading Al-Fatiha from here. Al-Fatiha I wrote with my own pen and paper, and I wrote how I should pronounce the prayer.
Did you manage to find any scholars or Maulana or Sheikh to learn, or still everything by yourself? I understand that's what you're showing to me, how you try to perform your prayer by yourself.
Well, 80% I did myself. Even reading Arabic I did myself from the small booklet in the hotel room on the ship when there was COVID during the lockdown. I was reading, like learning one letter every day. It took me 1 month to learn Quran. But 80% all by myself, and 20% I was in the convert group. The brother that helped me to convert, he invited me into Facebook chat group with one Bosnian scholar. And this Bosnian scholar specifically created this WhatsApp group for the converts. So there were like small community there, around 50 people. And then we had some like classes from him, and yeah,
it's a good community support group that you have. That your journey of Islam, Alhamdulillah, I think we should follow, or we should try to make you as an example for that. We move more better.
Yes.
Increase our ibadah, increase our knowledge, and how like you give us. This is a good sharing. This is a good platform. Ni ada satu peluang yang baik untuk kita belajar daripada Lukas. Macam mana 80% dia belajar sendiri, 80%. Whereby us, we learning from Mak Siti, Tok Mat, Alibata, semua. We go to our teacher's home.
Yes.
And we learn Alibata. We learn how to understand the Quran and try to memorize. We need to have a teacher. Of course, in Islam, recommended to have a teacher to
absolutely,
guide us.
absolutely. Yes.
But for your situation, it's different. But slowly also you have a scholar, like I said, your Bosnian scholars, initiated by this brother of Islam. So at least you have the guidance and also have that kind of drive to maintain or to improve better.
Yes.
And so bagi kita pula tuan-tuan, saya rasa bagi mereka yang mendengar sampai ke saya ni, saya rasa tak ada yang kekurangannya lah. Tak ada yang benda yang tak ada manfaat untuk kita dengarkan pada malam ini. So again, bagi mereka yang di luar sana, tengok betapa indahnya Islam. Sampaikan bagi mereka yang bukan beragama Islam, masuk dan juga menganut agama Islam kerana keindahan. Dan juga dicuba usaha untuk belajar sendiri. Jangan kita ni dah Alhamdulillah, kita ada kemudahan, kita ada ustaz kat masjid, kita ada tok guru, kita ada penasihat agama, tapi apa yang buat kita belakang mungkin sebabkan desire, mungkin dorongan tak ada. Sebab. Tapi dia bukan sebab kerana seseorang, tapi sebab kerana nak mencari kebenaran. Sedangkan kita ni Alhamdulillah dah ada kebenaran, makanya kita nak teruskan untuk kita up lagi, tingkatkan lagi kita punya keimanan, ketakwaan kita. So by listening from Luka, your story, your journey in Islam, I think a lot of things that we learned tonight. How your resilience, your desire, your experience, your I mean, you have that kind of motivation.
Yes. Determined. I was determined to. Yes.
Because of you want to find the answer that keep on asking.
Yes.
In yourself. But I think every question that been answered by by today. I mean, already found the answer. So maybe the next step, I mean, for us, we also want to make it short. And I think by 1 hour from just now until now, I think we already listened a lot from you
Yes.
and your journey of mashallah lah. I think I really anticipate with your sharing. I like this kind of story to motivate myself also. So that doesn't mean that you must be in the majority of people. You
Yes.
yourself also can do your
Yes.
own as long as you're disciplined. I like I motivate by your story. You can do your own.
Can
You
be
are in
done.
the ship for 6 months, then you try to explore the two.
Yes.
You didn't do nonsense. I mean, you
Yeah.
didn't do something that not benefit. Yeah, itu yang Masya Allah sih.
But by all means, whoever converts, I suggest to find somebody who will teach them, some teacher, or do the classes, or whatever. I mean, if I had a chance, I would do it. I didn't have a chance, so that's why it's a longer and harder way, because a lot of questions that I found myself cannot answer, and doubting in my decision. I mean, it's from converting to understanding, like majority, like the bigger part of the religion, takes also some time. So that's why I said whoever converts, I really suggest that take some proper education. It's highly recommended. Okay. Yes.
Okay, so I think kita pun nak cuba akhiri perkongsian kita pada malam ini, dan juga saya ucapkan terima kasih, thank you for Luka, because you willing to share with us
Yes.
your journey to Islam, and also kepada anda semua terima kasih banyak-banyak kerana sudi luangkan masa menonton kita, mendengar apa yang Luka kongsikan kita pada malam ini. Tapi sebelum kita berakhir, mungkin Luka, one takeaway that you can share with us tonight. What do you want to share to those watching us tonight? Just one of your sharing tonight.
Well, me as a becoming Muslim, the takeaway from me would be is just stay on the right path. I mean, if you're you just need to have the strong heart. You need to have the firm beliefs, and this is what helped me to stay, let's say, not go astray, because it's very easy to go astray nowadays. There's a lot of things that, like a lot of challenges that we are facing, and by having a strong faith, by doing the prayers, and by keeping your heart pure, I believe that everything can be done much easier. Just have strong faith. That's all I can say. This is what this religion actually helped me with, because before that my thoughts were everywhere. Like this, I'm now very focused on my life. I know what I know what I want to do. I know that I'm here with the reason. I know that whatever challenges are happening to me, it's easier to overcome because there's a form of test for me. And not just for me, but for every Muslim. I mean, we are all being tested. So it's up to our heart and our faith how we're going to go through those tests. Are we going to see it as a learning process, or are we going to see it as a misfortune? So I see my test as a learning process. My every fail is my learning process, and it's how it's supposed to be until I reach the final goal.
InsyaAllah.
Yes.
So terima kasih kepada Luka. Bukan Luka tu terluka hati, nama dia Luka Varga. Nama dia. Dan juga terima kasih kepada mereka yang menonton kita pada malam ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. A lot of appreciation. This one from Nur Izam Abdul Rahman in Arabic. He said very good sharing by bro Luka.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So people are also appreciate your sharing, Mr. Luka. And also daripada Puan Latifah, thank you bro Luka sharing. Masya Allah. So terima kasih. Kita doakan kepada semua insan terpilih, Masya Allah. Insan terpilih Allah, betul. You are the chosen one by Allah. Is it? Insan terpilih.
Masya Allah. Thank you.
So this is all we make doa for everyone, including you, Mr. Luka. Hopefully we all will be placed by Allah. We will go together in the heaven of Allah Ta'ala together with Nabi Muhammad SAW, insyaAllah. And this is buat kita lebih motivasi untuk kita terus istiqamah dalam ibadah kita, dan juga kita bersyukur Allah masih lagi memberikan kita hidayah, dan juga kita semua diharapkan, dan juga kita mohonlah agar Allah tempat kita semua dalam syurga Allah SWT. Terima kasih kepada anda semua yang bersama dengan kita pada malam ini, dan juga jangan lupa untuk kita terus memberikan sokongan kepada Abi, yang mana kita akan adakan sesi kelas percuma yang mana kita akan adakan pada besok pagi. Kelas umrah kita, so dia saya subtract sikit bagi mereka yang menonton. Kelas umrah kita akan adakan pada jam 11 pagi hingga 12 tengah hari Sabtu. Okey, ini adalah percuma bagi mereka yang ingin, sebab Abi pun ada TMC pun ada ke Abi Travel dan juga Abi Services, dan juga kita pun ada kelas physical Fardu Ain yang akan adakan pada hari Ahad 11 hingga 12 tengah hari. Bagi mereka yang nak hadir dipersilakan juga. We're talking about travel, kita ada package tertentu. Kita ada package Januari hingga September dan juga package daripada Oktober hingga Disember pada tahun 2024. Dan juga khidmat yang lain, kita ada urusan jenazah, yang mana kalau anda ingin mendapatkan perkhidmatan urusan jenazah, boleh saja hubungi kami di bawah 82022971 ataupun Abi Travel untuk mendapatkan butiran lanjut. Boleh hubungi kami 81611224. Okey, dan juga kalau dapat kita kongsikan juga Abi Usati for those yang nak menjadi member. Okey, ada banyak manfaat, dan juga kalau anda lihat di situ ada nombor ataupun khairat kematian yang bernilai 1,600 mendapat 2 urusan jenazah. Okey, tetapi boleh bayar ansuran tuan-tuan puan, dan juga mendapat beberapa kelebihan seperti makan di main council, seperti dapat tu bekam dengan potongan harga tertentu, pergi salon, pergi beli abaya kat Sweet Rose, maid, agensi kalau dapatkan pembantu rumah, semua ada. Okey, ini semua adalah satu perkhidmatan yang mudah. Kita dah berusia 2 tahun. Abi berusia 2 tahun pada tahun ini, nak masuk 3 tahun dah. Tahun ini nak masuk tahun ketiga. Kita buat operasi, kita makin ingin mendapatkan sokongan daripada anda, dan juga kita mudah-mudahan dapat kita contribute kepada masyarakat dan menawarkan perkhidmatan Islam di Singapura. Terima kasih kepada anda semua yang bersama kita pada malam ini. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Azizah Sulaiman say thank you bro Luka.
Thank you.
Yeah, saya rasa ramai yang ucapkan terima kasih atas pelajaran dan juga perkongsian yang dikongsikan oleh Luka pada malam ini, dan juga kita doakan agar beliau berjaya kehidupan beliau, dan juga harap kita semua dapat rahmat dan kasih Allah Ta'ala. Satu doa, one doa we want to share tonight, because we are nearing to the month of Ramadan. Now we are the month of Rajab. So we make a doa, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Syaban wa balighna Ramadan. Ya Allah, berkati kita, bless us in the month of Rajab, bless us in the month of Syaban, and make us all we be in the month of Ramadan. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Because Luka also converting to Islam during the month of Ramadan.
Thursday.
My daughter born in the 5th of Ramadan.
Okay.
So Ramadan is a beautiful month.
It's a
InsyaAllah
beautiful
pada Ramadan
month,
kita dapat berjumpa dengan bulan Ramadan. Alright, terima kasih semua. Terima kasih Luka. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih.
InsyaAllah. So we meet again at our office. Okay, insyaAllah jumpa lagi. Sekian dulu, kita tutup dengan tasbih kafarah dengan surah Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Subhanakallahumma bihamdika asyhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wala syai'inal insana fi hus illa allazina amanu wa amilus solihat wa tawasaw bil haqq wa tawasaw bis sabr wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wasallam walhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Jumpa lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum.